Okay, welcome to the next part of this tutorial. What we've done so far is that we've gotten each of the body parts into these layers, and what we're going to do is we're going to take what we've drawn out here and basically make like a hard copy, a fixated copy onto a layer, kind of like inking your planning work if you want to compare to what you might be doing otherwise. I'm gonna just put the glass layer aside so that you can see it more clearly, and I'm gonna turn on the white layer so we know exactly what we're working with. What you're gonna have to first do is gonna have to set up a brush, and by doing that you go into brushes or you hit F5. You might not be faced with this window, you might get this, and you just basically click there and go into expanded view and you can have a look at everything. You select your brush tool, and I'm just roundabout guessing at this time that we're going to be using a brush size of 10 pixels. So instead of people that download a whole lot of brushes, you can see I download them as well, but you don't need to. There's a lot you can do with the standard brushes. First thing we're going to do is we're going to change the hardness to 100%. You bring up this menu by right clicking anywhere on the canvas with your brush tool selected, and you bring up your hardness. Or you can do that in your brush tip shape and then you can choose hardness over there. We're going to change the angle to 45 degrees, which doesn't do much yet, but the roundness we're going to change down to about 12. So now what you're getting is that. And round about now the size of this brush is looking a bit big, so I'm going to take it down to 8. That's fine. I'm just hitting Ctrl Z to undo the brush strokes that I'm doing over here. Okay, now you're going to go into shape dynamics, change your size jitter. No, I'm sorry, you're going to change the angle jitter, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. No. Sorry about that. As I was saying, you're going to change your size jitter. I just need to test that out. Up to 100, and you change your minimum to about 35. So now when you're doing it, you're getting this almost textured like brush effect. Almost like something you'd get with a graphic pen. And once you have that done, you're going to choose your legs. Keep the same brush, don't change the brush. Go to your selection tool, your path selection tool will be fine. You click on your layers palette, your leg layer, you'll right click then on your canvas. Go to stroke path. From this dialog box, choose brush, and then you choose simulate pressure, which will basically make it fade in and fade out according to how your lines were made. That's why it was important to break up your lines equally, and as you can see, it's come up with that. So now we're going to go to the bottoms, create a new layer. This is going to be there. Alt double click, we're going to write this bottoms. Again, same thing, make selection, stroke path. Okay, and basically you're going to continue on with it. I'm going to pause it and finish up the rest of it. Alright, so once you've just basically done that over and over and over and over for each thing, you're going to end up with a whole lot of layers with the different parts of the body, and you'll see it will fit in kind of well with it. If you remember, I was saying this would happen, that we would color in the nostrils. This actually doesn't look that great to me, so I'm basically going to do just a quick touch up. I'm going to go into the head layer like that. I'm going to choose my eraser tool, and I'm going to leave my hardness up there, and I'm going to bring it down quite small just so that I can take that portion out, so it kind of, when you go out, it just joins onto the rest of the head. Now this is the thing, you're gonna have to do a few more tracing out basically to get more detail into it. So I'm gonna just pause it, I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna show you what I've done. I'll be back right now. Okay, so what I've done is just added smaller details in here with the folds, just a little bit of a contour line to give it a bit more shape. Her neck, her necklace, a little piece at the bottom of her head, that little fold, and then her belly button as well. And then you're just going to hit F5 to bring up your brush again. Now you're going to go into the brush tip shape and you're going to change the brush size down a whole bit. So if it's 8, we're going to take it down to 4 to make it really small. And then again do the exact same thing. I'm going to just create a new layer, call this small stuff. Just to add to that, I did create a new layer in the path thing to say small stuff as well. And I'm going to go stroke path. Okay, and it's the exact same thing done now. So that's what we're working with at this point in time. Righty. In fact, what I have forgotten to do is just put a little something in for her hair to give it a bit more shape. So we know it's gonna go kind of like that. Sometimes even just 2 lines, it's more than enough to give an idea of what's going on. You don't have to add too much of detail into it. If you do forget to put certain parts in and you only want to select a certain range of parts, not all of these again, just select it by holding Shift and using your black arrow tool, the path selection tool, and it selects only those parts. Then you'll go on to your small stuff layer, go stroke paths, and then you'll see it's just those that get stroked. At this point we're pretty much done with the illustrated part of the tutorial of getting her into lines. Just to organize your stuff better, I'm going to say select the top layer and then your right bottom layer, which should be legs, and you hold on Shift while doing that, so you select everything in between as well, and then you click and you drag it down to this little folder icon on your layers palette, and it creates a new group. And you can alt double click on the new group and you can say outline, and there's your white background, and there's your original layer. Now we're going to be working on the paint of it, so we're going to hit Ctrl J, which duplicates that layer. This layer 2, in fact I'm just going to rename it to reference. That's spelled wrong, but whatever. And this is going to be color, and we're going to apply a filter to it. We're going to go filter. It seems that I can't really put filters on while I'm recording, so I'm going to put on that filter and then I'm going to get back to you. Okay, so what I've done is gone into filter, artistic paint dabs, and I've just increased the brush size enough to lose a lot of detail, as in her tattoo that she had there, and then I left the sharpness right down. We'll continue with the painting part in the next video.